Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about how to move on after a breakup. So the biggest thing that's going to help you is time, right? I think sometimes when we're on social media and, maybe even if you look at your ex's profile and things and, we can fake who we are on social media essentially. So it can seem like a lot of people have moved on from relationships, from things that have happened to them, when in reality, they haven't, right? So if it seems like your ex has moved on fast, don't buy into that. If it seems like everyone can get over a breakup better than what you can, believe me, they don't. Everyone has issues. Everyone has trauma and heartbreak after, a breakup. Obviously, it depends on how severe the breakup was and how intense the relationship was. There's loads of different variables that go into it. But essentially, everyone needs time to heal after a breakup, right? And so do you, right? Just because everyone else seems like they're doing fine after breakups doesn't mean that they actually are. And if they feel like if they feel like they've moved on straight away after a breakup, they're probably kidding themselves, okay? So you got to give yourself time, and time will make the feelings less intense. Like now and 6 months from now, you're going to feel a lot better about the breakup, okay? Especially if you avoid triggers, basically, if you avoid the triggers that have, perhaps been keeping you stuck. Like, let's say, for example, you get rid of the playlist of songs on Spotify that remind you of your ex, or that was your couple song when you were together or something. It could be removing them off social media so you don't get notifications all the time from when they've updated from where they are and what they're doing, and it looks like they're having a great time when they're probably not, because everyone's miserable most of the time, especially after a breakup. So don't fall into it. You got to remove those triggers from your life so you can move on, and don't fall into the temptation that do things that keep you stuck, like checking their social media profiles, like listening to the songs. You got to have time away from that sort of place. And especially, you need time away from your own thoughts as well, your own feelings, because sometimes those can play tricks on you as well. This is something that I, know for myself. At night time, before I go to bed, sometimes I have thoughts about the past. Sometimes I have anxieties about what I got to do the next day. Obviously sometimes everything seems so much darker at nighttime when you have your thoughts to yourself and things. And then when you wake up the next day, you don't even realize why you was worrying about those things anymore. But sometimes if you have a lot of time alone and you've only got, your own thoughts to think about, then it can really put, it can really make things worse and make you your own worst enemy in a way, and prevent you from moving on. But at least if you get rid of your social media for a little while and you stop focusing on that kind of stuff, and you try to get rid of the triggers that may upset you and start focusing on different things, then that's going to really help. That's going to really help with the time. Because if you, for example, keep on doing the same things day in, day out, so let's say, for example, you always check to see if they've messaged you, you keep on refreshing their Facebook feed to see what they've been up to or something like that, or you keep watching their stories, or you keep on rereading and overanalyzing old messages they sent you to try and see if there's any sparkle of hope there, something like that. It's going to prevent you from moving on. It's only when you stop doing those things that you're going to start to feel better. But again, it won't be immediate. Like, it's going to give you need some time to process things, and to do some other things for a change. So another thing is, you got to accept. You got to accept that the breakup has happened. You've got to accept that perhaps they are moving on with their life and you need to move on with yours as well. So when someone breaks up with you, it's best to just accept it, right? And just come from the place of, okay, that's fine, because I don't want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with me. And if you don't want to be with me, then I need to go and find someone who does want to be with me. I shouldn't be trying to stick around in this relationship where it's clear I am no longer loved or valued, right? I need to go and find someone who does love, value, want me, right? And that's why you need to go into no contact in that kind of situation as well. Okay, but you need to start accepting that the breakup happened, and you need to accept that it's very, very likely that your ex is not coming back. And then obviously, of course, go to give yourself time to get over it, right? And I usually say the minimum amount of time is 6 months before you start dating again. Okay, give yourself at least 6 months so the feelings become less intense, right? Because that's the whole point about time, right? If you only broke up last week, or you maybe even as little as a month or 2 months ago, your emotions are still going to be raw. You're still going to feel upset. You're still going to be hoping that one day they're going to message you and things like that. You're still going to be in that place, which is why you need time. It's not going to happen overnight, okay? And you have to accept that as well, okay? So one of the things that you can do is to make you feel better, because when this kind of thing happens, it does knock your self-esteem, especially if you got dumped, right? It sucks when you get dumped, right? Or you get rejected, whatever it may be, right? So it sucks, right? So, and no one's denying that. Like, it hurts when someone breaks up with you when you didn't want the breakup to end, right? It's not a nice feeling, okay? And accept those feelings, all right? Have that acceptance as well. Accept that you're in a situation that you didn't want. You're in an upsetting situation and you'd rather it not have happened, right? It's understandable. So you want to become proud of yourself. You want to start building yourself back up again, and to a point where you can have better self-esteem and you just feel better about yourself in general. You feel more confident about yourself, feel more proud about yourself. So there's a quote that I really like by Dale Carnegie, and I highly recommend, if you haven't already, and let's say you have this, especially for those that have really bad people skills, then please pick up the book. You can get, it's been around forever, so it's really cheap. Get the book by Dale Carnegie called How to Win Friends and Influence People. Okay, it's a life changer when it comes to how to communicate with other human beings and to get people to like you. It will improve your life at work. It will improve your life, your romantic life. It will improve your relationships with your family, and also if you have any kids as well. It's going to improve all the relationships you'll ever have in your life if you learn it, you study it, and master it. Okay, but there's a quote by Dale Carnegie that I love about how to build confidence, right? And that is, inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. So take action on something. I think one of the good things that you can start doing, if you haven't done so already, is to start like really having some like good workouts. Maybe you get yourself a personal trainer. Maybe you take some classes at your local gym or swimming pool, or perhaps you just work out at home. Right, but start, doing some physical activity. That's one. Take action on that. That's one thing that will make you feel better. Also, if you have any projects, anything that you like to do, that you're interested in, that you want to take action on, right? Because if you start taking action on those things, that will make you feel more confident and competent as well. Because we all should be really trying to aim to have a life that we're proud of. But most importantly, we should be proud of ourselves. Like, you want to go to bed at night thinking, I'm really glad of the way the day went. When, I managed to do everything on my to-do list. I managed to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. And you can go to bed at night with a much more bigger sense of ease. Now, of course, you'll have some anxieties that may crop up. You may be worried about the next day, worried about this, worried about that. That can sometimes happen. But at least you won't be beating yourself up about, oh no, I shouldn't have procrastinated on that. I should have took action when on that thing. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't study. I said I was going to study for an hour today, but I didn't. I just played video games. Start doing things that make you feel proud of yourself, so you can look yourself in the eye, in the mirror, and be happy about the person that's looking back at you, right? If you accomplish things like that, and you start taking action on your goals and dreams in life, whatever they may be, you need to get clear on those things, then that's going to really benefit you and help you. So I'm going to repeat that quote, right? And really take it in, really feel it, Inaction, doing nothing essentially, breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage, right? So if you're not doing anything, nothing that's stimulating your brain enough, like looking on social media, looking up what your ex is doing, getting all the anxiety about that, doing inaction, doing nothing essentially, is going to breed fear and doubt. It's going to make you feel bad about yourself. But if you take action on your goals and dreams and start tackling the issues that you may be facing, getting better at whatever you're insecure at, whatever it may be for you, taking action, trying to become better, and doing little things every day to move yourself forward from where you are now to where you want to be in the future, is going to make you feel so much better about yourself. It's going to give you so much relief. It's going to make you feel so much more confident, and of course, obviously, one of the best things that will help after you start to feel a bit better, and again, it has to be minimum 6 months, start dating again, right? Start trying to find other women or guys that you can date, and start getting yourself back out there. Because if you meet someone really great who is way better looking than your ex, who is more mature than your ex, who is less toxic than your ex, if you had a toxic ex, you're going to feel so much better, and it's going to be so much easier to forget them because you found someone so much better, someone so much better looking, someone who you really treasure and adore, who treasures and adores you as well. Okay, so that's my thoughts on how to move on after a breakup. Start building yourself up again, start getting yourself that self-esteem, and I shall talk to you again very soon. If you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.